and also with some of you here in the crowd as well. And we were able to go to Turkey, we were able to go to Western Armenia, and we were able to see. So I'm going to talk about my experience just a little bit, and then after that I'm going to talk about like my personal feelings about genocide. Good evening, everyone. This past summer I had the opportunity through the OTI Turkey-Armenia trip and how I can apply what I learned going forward. The important question to ask is, will there be a movement towards open borders and friendly relations, or will the status quo be maintained? Unfortunately, from a governmental, political point of view, I do not see this issue getting resolved in the near future. I say this because the issues at hand are highly politicized. They keep getting thrown back and forth. It always seems like a new problem has emerged. As we have seen in recent times with the emergence of Azerbaijan, making this a triangular issue, which complicates things between Turkey and Armenia, which therefore hinders any steps for the two to move forward. The main issue between Turkey and Armenia has to do with genocide, not Nagorno-Karabakh. This political standstill causes suffering among the people, especially on the Armenian side, because of the economical strain, as we saw while driving to Yerevan from Tbilisi, which is the result of the Turkish border being closed in 1993 to protest the war between Azerbaijan and Armenia. As we learned on the trip, it is one of the last closed Cold War-style borders in the world. One of our speakers said while describing the border for them to be reopened that the situation was a bit gloomy. Another issue that comes up is with the archives and the need for them all to be opened, not just partially. As I learned on the trip, Part A of the Ottoman archives are closed and Part B is partially opened. Armenian archives are open, as we saw, and there are currently a couple of Turkish scholars in Yerevan researching them, and they are also being translated into Turkish. Both sides need to be open and honest with themselves and each other as far as the archives are concerned. Another important aspect that I learned on the trip from the past was from the protocols in 2009 to establish diplomatic relations without the need for preconditions. If you are serious and genuine about your first step in establishing relations, it doesn't make sense to have preconditions. However, despite these hiccups from the political realm, there is work that is being done through civil society efforts on both sides. This is where we will get the ball rolling and furthering our understanding of each other, and hopefully it blossoms into having better relations with each other in all aspects. My personal views will never change if it was a genocide or not. To me, the idea that this issue between both sides is seen as a conflict is troubling, because the main issue comes down to where we stand on the genocide. However, I was able to learn on the trip to listen to the person across from me who has an opposing viewpoint. Most of the time, a person, just like every human being, has the right to be heard. As Armenians, I don't think it will hurt us just to listen instead of attacking someone who sees it differently than we do. We should be the ones engaging in the dialogue. Yes, the genocide has had many negative effects on my country and my people, but that will not deter me in discussing about the issues. What Turks can do to help in the issue when discussing with Armenians is to somehow understand the pain and suffering, because the genocide is who we are. It has become part of my identity, and to make denials of someone's identity infuriates them. On this day, in 1915, April 24th, 250 Armenian intellectuals were gathered and never heard from again. During one of our long bus rides, I was talking with a professor on the trip, and somehow the subject went to the future. I told her that we all in society need to get rid of the idea of always saying building for the future. No, we must build for today and build right now. We are not the intellectuals of tomorrow, we are the intellectuals of today. In 1915, the Young Turk regime tried to exterminate us Armenians from the world. They were not able to do so. We have kept our culture alive, we have established our schools, churches, organizations, and have kept our traditions with us. From the resistance in the hills of Musadal and Zeytun to the fields across western Armenia and into the deserts of Deir Zor, and into the swamps of Anjar to Los Angeles, Fresno, Paris, Tehran, Buenos Aires, Beirut, Sao Paulo, Montevideo, and Moscow. Mr. Soroyan, if only the world can see how many new Armenians we have created in the world. Thank you.